Greetings and welcome back to Castlegoat and to the sound of Goblin Invasion. I haven't caught sight of them yet. The music only just started. It has been an extraordinarily long time. It is the 9th day of winter right now. We have passed a lot of time just waiting for these goblins to finally get their bums in gear and get over here after the insult that we had Evelyn send to them. In the time, I've done a little bit more work on the gatehouse. It's starting to come along, I feel. And we've even done quite a lot of work down here, as you can see. I've got some plans for this place, quite a few plans. We've set up the stockpiles, and in fact, we've even mostly well, okay, not even remotely filled them, but the bandages are already here, there's food, there's drink, all is well. We've even got 2 gear boxes underneath these tiles and a mechanical wall. There are no axles at the moment, we are out of malachites, but, well, we'll have to see if we can get some trade goods ready for the musical tooth when next they arrive, but we've all been in suspense long enough. I am not going to activate the lever yet. I want to see the goblins on the screen first because I want to know if this amount of delaying is enough for the sort of goblins we're going to see. And I have no idea how many we're going to see. Ah, good, you're on duty. There we go, you've actually spotted them. How many have we got? Are there many? That actually doesn't look like very many, to be perfectly honest. I'm a little bit concerned that I've been doing all of this waiting and I'm not going to get anything out of it. I'll be very, very frustrated if that's the case. But, okay, let's see. How many of you guys are there? How many times am I going to have to hit this unpause button? Still coming? Okay. Alright. I accept. There are quite a few of you. I think this is good. Right, someone is almost there, so let's have someone ring the alarm bell. Hopefully. Wow, there are actually quite a lot of them. This is going to be good. Let's see. Which one? I'm hoping you will finish that first. Has that been pulled yet? Come on, you've got to do it quickly. There we go. And now if someone would kindly finish that one as well. Now, some of them may path in a different way as a result of that. And it looks like we've already caused a bit of damage. Goblin blood and a warhammer on the ground. Someone isn't happy. Yep, it looks like that is triggered, so they're repathing. They are quite possibly pathing to try and get to Drygwerth there, who has engaged them, so they're trying to get to him as quickly as possible now. Right, the alarm should be sounded in just a moment, which means that even if one of these doors does go down, no one is going to rush out there to try and collect them. There's still more goblins being spotted. This is fantastic. I'm actually kind of happy with this. They are really trying to get up to Dryg, but Dryg does not care. Your shenanigans are not going to affect Dryg. No, no, no. Have we already got one? Did one already get sent down there? No. Appears to have escaped. He's got a door. They nicked the door. You little thief. How dare you steal my door and take it down into the pit? Damn it, I'm going to have to build a new one. I can't believe that just happened. How rude. Okay, well, we have had about 3 mount invasions in the time that it has taken for this one goblin invasion to show up. And it isn't even that big as far as what I was anticipating. But then I did hold back on some of the insult that I could have sent. So that's a lesson for me. Just send all the insult that I can. Now, unfortunately, I have been trying to keep the mants down there wherever the opportunity arose. But alas, that didn't actually pan out for me, I'm afraid. Wow, what's happening there? There we go. Everyone down into the pit. All of you, the pit. Every single one of you. That's right. Think about what you've done. Wow, actually, it was more what we did, really, that has brought this to this event. But it is time that we let everyone back out. So let's go ahead and activate the Goblin alarm bell. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about this one. Because if someone gets sent down here, well, that's going to be bad times for everyone. If they rush out and throw themselves into the pit, they will probably die. There won't be much that we can do for them at that point. So, that's already active. Someone's already out there pulling the lever. That's brilliant. Okay, we are good. Alright then, all that remains is to rebuild these doors. Well, that worked better than expected. That was awesome. Let's get those in there now. As I was saying, we've had several mounts, and I've tried to keep them alive in here wherever possible. Alas, our sentinels have become quite proficient at killing them. It seems that the blunderbusses are very, very effective. And it got to the point where they were just being one-shot. That is, completely healthy mounts would stray within range and pow, be dead. There is a lot of blood down there. This is good. This is very good. It looks like he's bleeding from his foot. Oh, Goblin Soldier, that's a horrible way to go because you are literally... Oh, and right down. Oh, well, okay. It doesn't feel so bad then. But that is literally doom. Even if they shot you in the toe, you would eventually bleed out. Right, well, I think our trap, resounding success. I am going to save up. We're going to turn all of these goblins into skull helmets, various other things, sandwiches, and then we're going to use this to encourage an even bigger goblin invasion. And this is going to just continue to feed back in on itself over time, I feel. It's going to be quite good. Quite good indeed. Let's build a couple more. Actually, no, the basalt door's there, that's fine. I would like another door over here. Why do you keep spotting new goblins? That is interesting. Perhaps a couple just evaded detection whilst they were heading towards the gatehouse there. Now, I don't know if that is the entire wave. I believe that's how it works. But could be that when they send out an invasion force like that, they stagger it. I don't know, really. I suspect, from what I've read, it is a single, just larger wave. Damn, we are actually getting a little bit shy on basalt again. Right, okay, we need clay, we need basalt. So, down into the mines we go. Let's have a good look in here. Looks okay. Do I have a little... Ah, there we are. Oh, hoo! Very nice indeed. I'll have you right away. We'll take that all the way back, and then we'll shave off some more. We'll just take the walls there. And we'll also go all the way out there. I try to leave enough the impression of support in the mines, because it just looks silly otherwise. Well, that is, in my opinion, it does. There's some clay in the wall here, so we're going to dig this out. Let's start about there. Take this out to 12. And just bring that straight up. Mine all of that out. And of course we'll take that too. And then we'll just mine up in a row like this to see if we can find any more clay to harvest. In fact, we'll make that a triple. Okay, you guys continue with that. We've got some more clay over here as well. Make that a double there. And double there. Now, I don't want to do too much mining in one go, because if I do, there's every possibility we'll have to deal with golems. Though, to be honest, if I could just get most of my civilians into two-headed ogre, or just even ogre, though at this point it will only be two-headed ogre. The goblins won't start sending ogres again, unfortunately. But if I could get them into some ogre leather armor, then I would be completely content to let them mine as much as they wanted, because it's very unlikely that any amount of dirt or possibly even stone golems would be able to take them on. Though I am wondering if the strength of golems has changed. I had briefly encountered golems previously in some single player, some of my own kingdoms that I wasn't recording since Spider Slaughter. But I only really played with them just here and there to try and keep up with what was changing in the game over time. But I've only really encountered golems once or twice, and they weren't particularly strong. Even the stone golems. And you are doing fine work. There are so many dead. Quite a few of them had steel. I imagine the ogres are goners. So pretty much all of the traps have been set as well, which is pretty nice. So that one just triggered as well. I should get a couple more traps really and fill that area with traps. It would make wiping out larger goblin waves much easier for us. But for the time being, I'm going to pause the recording again, and then I'm going to go get myself a cup of tea, because I imagine I'm in for the long haul while I wait for more blocks to be mined and more building work to be done. I've got a good idea of what I'm going to be doing with this, and I hope it's going to look quite nice once it's done. But I'm going to cut the recording there. I will see you in a few minutes, I should imagine. And welcome back. We have some mounts invading us at the moment. I was about to say engaging us, but I guess the both are correct in a way. As you can see, a very great deal of the goblins down here have already been slain thanks to our sentinels, who must be becoming fairly good by now. Let's check out Mega Hamster's skills. Gun 41. Mega Hamster's only really just started using the gun. Mind you, we are on the 12th day of winter, year 8. We have passed through the last year incredibly quickly, but we've achieved quite a few things. Not least of which, we've finally managed to get everyone into their own bedrooms. But I suppose if this does tick over to year 9, then I guess I best make a link to to an updated save file of the world. But as you can see over here, I have continued to build out this platform area, though I'm avoiding connecting it in any odd ways. But I've built out the wall completely, and we have a little slope there. I may actually change that to logs instead of planks. I'm not sure about that one. But you may notice we've got this little island over here. Now, my plan for this is to have 3 windmills here, connected to a single axle, connecting to a gearbox, connecting to a lever, which connects to a gearbox underneath this wall, which in turn connects to a mechanical wall. And this would be an emergency exit, or more to the point, an emergency get out there and protect someone right now, or pull things in that I absolutely need to be brought in. Basically just a little a back door, if you will, but it'll only be used in emergencies. All other times it'll be powered, and so this mechanical wall will be closed off. But as you can see, yes, this is actually starting to come along, starting to take shape now. I'm thinking of having pillars supporting it along there, and definitely pillars underneath, probably out of logs, to support the weight of this platform. So it's definitely starting to come along. But let's see what happens when the Mants meet the goblins. That is why I have brought you back, and I'm sure you can't wait. Let's see. Come on, Mants, hurry up. We need to know what happens. Right, okay. Shenanigans about to take place. And hello. Oh, really? Did you manage to kill one of them? Well done. Looks like the raiders have basically stopped working because they've got nowhere to go. So they literally just stopped moving around. But the Mants have come to say hello. Thankfully for the Mants, in a way, they've all dropped down together, which means that they should be able to at least fend off the goblins somewhat. Let's sound the all clear so that they can get out there and fix all of these doors, hopefully. And we'll also set the doors to be rebuilt. Furniture, there we go. But yes, now that I've got the means to set up mechanics, I see their possibility everywhere. How are these guys going to go? Are they already all dead? Really, every single one? Or are a couple of them here? Yeah, there they are. They're killing the raiders, which is amusing. They've picked the most fleshy. Wow! You were a fully steel-equipped goblin at one point. My god, guys. For bronze... well, actually, you might have a couple of steel musket rounds, but seriously, I'm very impressed. Very impressed indeed. Those mats don't stand a chance, though, unfortunately. Bless them. They are doomed. Okay, now these guys are coming up this way, and they're just going to turn around. Because they'd already pathed to get out there to do the work ahead of time. Oh, Goblin is bled to death. Well, it looks like the mants may have been able to sting a couple more. Yes, they did. They managed to take out a few more of the raiders. And these ones are now wandering dangerously close to my sentinels. It won't end well for you. I promise you. Oh no, they've taken my advice and they've backed off. No, they've come back down. It seems that maybe the raiders just didn't have anything to do. So when they fell down, someone did mention that when a unit falls, its pathing breaks. Not in terms of it being buggy, but literally it just stops. They have to decide on a new path. It kind of dazes them and interrupts what they were doing up to that point. But since the raiders couldn't get to any craft goods, they had no path whatsoever. And since they couldn't leave the map, again, they had nothing to path to. So I guess they just literally stopped at that point. But yes, unfortunately, a couple of the goblins are starting to pass away due to thirst. Really, is there anything? Oh, right, it was an iron-equipped goblin. I thought there was a man that managed to sneak past all the others. But no, doesn't appear that that was the case. Now, work continues in here, but I don't really... I haven't the time at the moment to decide how I'm going to set this whole area up just yet. But as you can see, I've placed a couple of statues, and I've added a few more saplings. If you didn't notice before, a little while ago, I updated all of these to smooth stone instead. But on the whole, I'm actually quite pleased with the way things are coming along. You know what? I think we want orange wood there. Let me just check something out. Yeah, that's all okay. Not sure I want to go out here and just chop down my orange wood trees, but at the same time, I kind of do. So, we're going to go ahead and fell a bunch of trees outside. We'll take it from there. I'm going to focus on the orange wood trees where I can. I don't need to disturb the apple trees. And once that's done, there we go. I'll then set them to plant a bunch of new orange wood trees. We should have quite a few clippings. There we go. And let's get a load of them up here. Want quite a lot in case a time comes when we are low on food. But at this point, as long as I keep up with sending out insults to the Goblin Kingdom, I can't ever imagine us running out of food at this point. Our emus, now that I've set them up properly, are producing enormous amounts of eggs and meat. And we've pretty much got an infinite supply of goblins at this point. In fact, well, no, I'll just let them meet their end. If we can get a couple more shots on them, then it's worth just leaving them in there. I know a few may die of thirst, but to continue training up your gun skill, I think is pretty important. Especially considering if I can insult enough of them, we'll just have a constant stream of worn steel armor and weapons that I'll be able to convert, firstly, into steel musket rounds, and secondly, into steel blunderbusses. At that point, yeah, our sentinels will actually start to become extremely dangerous. As far as I'm aware, the blunderbuss does more damage than the pistol, though I could be incorrect with that one. I can't remember. I know that blunderbuss does significantly more damage than a crossbow. A crossbow has much, much higher range. The pistol has shorter range, so going along with that pattern, well, it's not really a pattern, it's only 2 points, but it's just a line, really. But you'd have, if it followed that trend, you'd have the pistol, because it's shorter range, does more damage. But I don't believe it does. I think the pistol's main benefit is that it can be wielded, it can be held in one hand. So you can equip 2 pistols, or a pistol and a shield, a pistol and a weapon. So that is, I'm fairly certain the pistol doesn't do more damage than the blunderbuss, but I will have to check the wiki on that one. But regardless, steel-equipped blunderbusses, steel blunderbuss equipped gnomes would be quite a formidable foe for any goblins, regardless of their armor, I feel. Now, given the enormous amount of straw we've got, and we're almost out of winter, we've had that straw all the way through winter, I think we could probably afford to increase this by 2 animals in each pasture. There we go. Now we're going to be going into the next year with a fair chunk of straw, so we're only going to increase the amount of straw that we've got. Saplings all over the place, but on the plus side, this is meaning that we're going to have plenty of room in the sacks in the various storage locations. They're all dead. Really? Have they all died of thirst? Oh, yes. Yes, they have. I feel bad about that. Okay, well, let's deconstruct this wall then. Get out there and hopefully... Ooh, a merchant from the Scalded Land has arrived. Welcome, welcome. You may have some things that I would like to buy. I'm not sure, though. I'll have to check. I need more malachite, quite desperately, in fact. So regardless of the price you charge, I will buy your malachite. Let's have a look. Malachite, malachite, malachite. There we are. Only 12? Oh, that's a little bit sad, really. You've got 12 iron as well. I will go ahead and purchase the iron too. In fact, at that point, I could probably afford to purchase the silver as well. Do you have clay? You do. Ooh. Yes, we'll grab the clay clumps as well. I know that's quite expensive for clay, but we are hurting for clay in a way. I'll leave the dirt there because we can always use that in prospecting. Now, to see what we have to trade. We're not going to be selling any of the sandwiches, not unless we have to. Alright, we've got a lot. Wow. 47 poor emu statuettes. If only they were not poor. 16 fine ones, though. In fact, we've already gone over the amount that we need. Well, that's pretty awesome, actually. Let's see if we can get some silver ore as well. We only need to bump this up a little bit. In fact, there we go. Is there anything else I want? Well, not really, honestly. We'll take 1 copper. There we go. That is pretty awesome, actually. Very happy with that. Indeed, we didn't even have to touch our rings. We've got a masterful sapphire ring. That's fantastic. Well done. But yes, that is a pretty good trade, in my opinion. That should get us enough... Well, maybe it won't. But it'll certainly get us enough to malachite to start building the axles I need. And then I can start laying them under the blocks here. Oop, I'm on the wrong side. Ah! Merchant from Love Slave. You're all arriving at the same time, aren't you? But as I was saying, it'll allow me to run the mechanics underneath this wall, which is where it's got to be. And later on, then I can just start rebuilding the wall as we go. Is that dirt there? Yes, yes it is. That was a temporary wall, that's right. But it looks like they've reset all of the traps, which is fantastic. Now they just need to get all the bodies out and all of that precious, precious steel. And also they're getting the orange wood there, which means I can replace some of this with, let's see, replace floor with orange wood logs. There we go. Now what I'll have over here is, well, I could either have it just be completely clear, but I think a fence would be nice, actually. We'll, for that, we'll replace this wall with a moon engraved basalt block. Now I've got a bit of an idea of what I'm going to be doing here, and I may as well discuss it with you. My sort of theme for this area is that the jewelsmiths, the gem setter and the gem cutter, they want a bit more light for their workshops. It's a trade that really benefits from a nice big strong light. So the sun being the nice big and strongest light that there is, they're going to have partially covered workshops. There'll be a bit of tiling above them for times when it's raining, so they can just slide back a little bit, nice under the lip of the tiles above, so that they're protected from the rain, and obviously their tools and things like that are protected from the rain. The stockpile will also be under that slight bit of roof, but a part of their workshop will be completely exposed to the sun, and we'll also have some chairs and tables outside. Not specifically just for them, but perhaps someone wants to come along and browse the wares. Kind of like almost a little market store for themselves. That's the sort of theme that I'm going to be going for here. And then that will... I haven't decided how this will link up to the area which will be their bedrooms, which will probably be up here overlooking their work area, I'm thinking. A merchant from the Loved Land has arrived. Well done. I actually think we'll end up trading with the people from the Loved Land, but it looks like you've also finished tiling this section. Ah, this is going well. Now, what I want here is carved floor. Oh, I'd like it to be basalt. And my plan in this little part is to have pillars. I'm going to have carved there, a pillar in the middle, and then another carved block above that'll tie into the actual tower structure. So this is going to be a fairly high-ceilinged area. That'll be quite nice. Eventually, I would like to replace these statues, which are just marble for the time being, with silver statues or even rose gold statues. So honestly, I would probably favour silver over gold. But it looks like we're already starting to produce some steel, which is fantastic. I'm very happy with this. Once we've got enough sets of steel, as I've mentioned before, Elven Dwarf and Troll of Reason shall be joining the shield bearers. Though we will need a couple more tower shields before they're able to do that. But that is it for this episode, I think. We've done enough. I'm going to be trading off camera. Oh, there's a honey badger out there. Well, I'm sorry, honey badger. I'm afraid that you must meet your fate. With the rumored strikers, might ringers, and the poisonous ancients. Let's see how fast they take this honey badger down. Oh, you're chasing after him by yourself. Brave. Who is it? Gandalf the Miner. Gandalf has got a warhammer. Should be pretty easy fight, honestly. And then, who was this? It was me. Really me? I feel that was a little bit unfair. It's a honey badger. You're attacking it with guns. I know the same could be said of goblins, which, again, can't fight back at range, but it's a honey badger. Bleeding from its upper body, left leg, blah, 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 blah. Yes, it's not going to be lasting very long. But as I said, that is the end of this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed. We have made it to the first day of spring in year 9, so I will be including a updated save file. It looks like we've got a legendary orange wine and no nomads. Not the best way to wrap up an episode, but the legendary orange wine does lift it up a little bit. But that is it from me. So once again, I do hope you've enjoyed the episode and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.